Hello and welcome back to our OCAA double matchup here featuring men's volleyball with the Algonquin Wolves facing up against the Cite Coyotes. I'm in the booth here. I'm Lucas Gallen. I'm in the booth with
Owen O'Kelly doing your color commentary. Pleased to be here.
It's going to be an exciting match here today, Owen. We just saw the women's match play out, and it was a dominating victory for the Wolves, women at least, for the women's Wolves. My apologies. 3-1 for the women, but there was a great back and forth from Cite.
Terrific back and forth with Cite. A couple of great rallies there. We really saw like a 2 or 3 really impressive lengthy rallies. And Cite really not giving up easy. For the first 2 sets, a little bit of a domination from the Wolves there for sure, but Cite coming back strong in the 3rd set. What are you expecting in terms of scoring for the men's game, Lucas?
You know, what I'm expecting right now, looking at those stats, is that number 9, Derek Webster, is leading the team along with Connor Finney with 14 kills here. So I'm hoping to see a more kill-heavy matchup here. They're both averaging 3.5 kills per set. And, of course, for Cite, looking at their stats right now, their highest kill player on their team, Francois, I don't want to pronounce the NGA. I'll just say Francois with 11 kills here on average, 2.75 kills per set. It's going to be a very kills-heavy match here, Owen.
Yeah, we can expect that for sure, Lucas. I believe that is also a Francois.
Let me just look at the pronunciation. Don't really want to pronounce that right now.
Fair enough, Lucas.
Might risk the career here.
We don't want to risk the career, and certainly not any embarrassment for our brave players, our brave Algonquin Wolves, as they change into their uniforms to verse up against Cite.
He will remain as Francois today. You know, I'm hoping to see a very strong match here as we, again, like you mentioned, Cite gearing up in their jerseys, the blue and white, repping it up. And folks at home, I was able to get a lineup from both our teams here without fail.
A terrific improvement from our first game earlier today.
Terrific improvement, of course. I'll be able to tell you guys that shortly. I'm Lucas Gallen with Owen O'Kelly in the booth, and we'll be right back as soon as the match starts. Welcome back, folks, to our OCAA double matchup here, featuring the Algonquin Wolves and La Cite coming in for volleyball. Starting matchups again. Joining in the booth, I'm Lucas Gallen with
Owen O. Kelly doing your color commentary. Good to see ya.
coming on the color commentary here. Starting lineups for Algonquin going front to back, left to right. We have number 7 on the front left here. That's Gautier Barber. We have number 14. That is Ethan Fisher. Number 18, Connor Finney. Number 11, that is Lucas Kelly. You know, he shares my name. I don't share his.
It's funny, he shares your first name and he almost shares my last name. So there's definitely an O apostrophe that his family dropped somewhere down the line.
We have number 3, Mateo Nunez Cruz. Number 12, Naoki Nakashima. And for our Libera, we have number 2, that is Naoki Nakashima. But number 12, Gavin Hassel. That concludes our back line for the Algonquin Wolves. Once again, left to right 7. Number 7, Barber. Number 14, Fisher. Number 18, Finney. Number 11, Kelly. Number 3, Nunez Cruz. Number 12, Hassel. And our Liber is Nakashima. Going on to La Cite side. Once again, folks, going left to right here, we have number 11, Jacob Bernard Gautier. We have number 15, Francois. We all know how that went earlier.
Francois, don't worry about it. Lucas is Francois Neganche.
I'm calling him Francois today.
Neganche.
No harm to the name. I just don't want to mispronounce anything. Number 12, Jacob Demore. Number 4, Maxime Nadeau. Number 8, Tristan Pitrel. Number 6, Magnifique Lumbala. Very strong, very magnificent name.
Terrific magnificent names today.
And our Libers today, number 1, Gallon Beckett. You know, that's very. We have a Lucas and we have a Gallon.
We have a Lucas and we have a Gallon for you, Lucas Gallon. That's very strange.
And our last Liber player here, number 3, Xavier Arthur. Coming in with just the numbers this time for La Cite, number 11, number 15, number 12, number 4, 8, 6, 1, and 3. We're getting ready to start our match here, Owen. I'm excited. How are you?
I'm feeling pretty good, Luke. It's a privilege to be here at the home of the Algonquin Wolves. It's a privilege to be inside for a change, as we said at the top of the last game. It's our first time commentating on volleyball. I believe the first time the volleyball, not the first time it's been broadcasted, but the first time that we will be having the honor of commentating on it, bringing that live play-by-play and color commentary to you, the viewers at home, hopefully enjoying this stream on YouTube.
Very exciting day. You know, we just had the women's match a few hours earlier, and that came up with 3-1 for the Algonquin Wolves. Didn't drop 2 sets against La Cite, but La Cite was fighting for that second set, trying to make it get to game 5, or more so set 5. Getting the gym lights on, introducing our starting lineup. You know, we're a bit ahead of the commentary here, but I'll just run through it.
The action here, there's no problem with that.
Just run through it one more time.
In-house announcer comes through with our starting lineup, as we mentioned already. Starting off strong with our libero, number 2, as he runs onto the court.
All shaking hands with our Wolves, with our Wolf mascot here.
Wolf mascot there, good old Wolvie, keeping the morale high for the team and the audience here in-house.
You know, I spoke to him. I can speak dog, by the way.
Oh, I
Wolf.
see.
Yeah. He has some very interesting insights.
It's very close to Wolf, so it's
very close
very
to
good
Wolf.
if you're fluent in that.
You know, I was raised by a family of wolves, right?
I see. Oh, you were raised by the wolf. That song's about you.
It's about me.
That song's about you. That's very.
We have a Lucas and a Gallon in this match.
And a wolf. So
and
that's very serendipitous for you here today.
Very Lucas-oriented match here today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting hype in the arena.
How do you like our odds on commentator curse?
You know, we were talking about that earlier, you know, last match again with the women playing. We said at least 2 times per match the commentators will have an effect on something. You know, I swear you're going to say my name, you say, hey, Lucas, and then Lucas on the field may mess up. You never know what's going to happen.
And people are going to come after me saying I was trying to psych them out. It's not true. Please, everyone. I'm just trying to do my job.
Just trying to do my job. Lights are out, introducing La Cite.
Go off as our house lights come back on.
Getting huddled up here with the Wolves. Spoke to both coaches before the match started, very young, and they're very intelligent in how this match is going. I asked them how they feel the play is going to go, and they think that it's just going to be, nice, simple, back and forth, easy, clean play.
Yeah. Terrific stuff here. It'll certainly be an exciting match. We get to see how our Wolves play. Here we've got definitely a lot of experience out on the soccer pitch, seeing both our men's and women's teams dominate in this season, going home, I believe, 4th place amongst the league in our soccer team. Don't quote me on that.
I believe so. I wasn't there for the very last match where you commented. I don't know if that was a win or a loss.
Unfortunate loss on both games over the weekend, but we won't dwell on that today, Lucas, as the Wolves start the game, and La Cite comes out strong with their first point in the first set.
I was going to say they're starting the game off strong here, but it's advantage La Cite here. Number 12 will be serving. That's Jacob Demore. Serve is up. Great set coming in. Very fast spike, but keeping that ball rallied in play. But unfortunately, tries to dig it, but digged out too far to the right. Getting a little chant here.
Ooh, chant going, very high morale, high energy on the Coyotes side of the court as they gain their second point of the game.
Serve is up. Keeping that ball, trying to fake them out. Unfortunately, the ball is blocked by the Wolves, but it stays on their side, making the lead start off 3-0 for La Cite. Number 12 will still be our service provider here today. Jacob Demore. Service is up. Gets caught by the Wolves. Set is up. Big spike, but it is ultimately digged up by La Cite. Spike got blocked by La Cite. That's one touch. That's two touch back to La Cite. Unable to make it into the Wolves side of the court. Two touch. And that gets blocked, but it is saved by his foot. Keeping the ball in play. They tried to go for a little light tap, but unfortunately,
I believe that was a net touch by the Coyotes, resulting in our first point for the Wolves this set and this game.
Very exciting play so far. I believe that is number 18 for the Wolves. Will be conducting this service here. Number 18, Connor Finney. Ball's up. Big slam coming in. It's caught by La Cite, but it is spiked out of bounds. That will maintain possession for the Wolves. 3-2, La Cite. Algonquin Wolves possession. Service is up. Hits the net. Very great serve there, but the spike from La Cite goes right towards the Algonquins bench, out of bounds. 3-all Wolves service. Oh, and what are you seeing here so far?
Well, I'm seeing a lot of great back and forth. It seems like a much closer game, not to disparage the players from the women's game, but a much closer matched game, it seems like, just in the first few minutes of this first set, Lucas, as we are tied up 3-3. And then that spike goes way out for the Coyotes, resulting in 4-3 for the Wolves. Lots of energy on the sidelines, as you can see our beloved Wolves celebrating their teammates.
Hitting a little jig.
Hitting a little jig, indeed.
Serves up, way too far out of the line here. Going to even up our score. 4-all La Cite service. Trying to get a number here. I believe that is number 16. Number 16, my apologies, that's number 15, that is Francois. Service is up, number 12 spikes it up, more so. Passes it up, but we got a little net touch there.
Unfortunate for the Wolves, and that will be La Cite's 5th point. They're getting very rambunctious here, very close to the net. They got to be careful to watch they don't overdo it in this first set.
Keeping that ball moving. 5-4 for La Cite, their service. The ball was still in play there. Some of the La Cite players thought that maybe they touched the net, but no net touches here today, Owen.
As we keep it tied, very close set first time around. It's looking like this set could even go long based on the performances of both teams right now.
That was number 14, Algonquin's Ethan Fisher. Got that unforced error on their service, converting it back to La Cite. Service for La Cite will be number 11, Jacob Bernard Gauthier. Service is up. Good dig on that. But it gets blocked by La Cite, 7-5, keeping their service. Again, number 11, Jacob Bernard Gauthier, hitting this serve. Service is up. Get nice dig coming in from the Wolves. Good spike here, bounces off of Francois' arm right to the ground.
Francois saw that coming in a little too late, could not succumb to the dive.
Score is 7-6 for La Cite, Wolves possession. You know, if Seth was here, he would say a joke about the score right now, but glad he isn't.
I have a more refined sense of humor than our good friend Seth.
Nice little love tap there.
Last touch from the Coyotes. That will result in a point for the Wolves.
Tied 7-7 right now. And wouldn't you know, the player number 7 for the Wolves, that is Nick Gauthier Barber, is serving this one. Service is up. Received well by La Cite. Great dig. Coming through. Lots of rallying happening here. And that's Francois. Hits it with the spike.
Francois, we're seeing giving it a lot of power. He looks like a very powerful player. Unfortunately, unable to control the ball in the other side of the court, resulting in these out-of-bounds calls.
I think I misspoke. That was not Francois. That was Mr. Magnifique Lumbala. Wearing the shades inside. Mr. Cool Guy is wearing the shades indoors.
And that ball just barely lands inside for La Cite. Tied up again, 8-8.
So far, a much closer match than our women's game. Service provided by number 4 on La Cite, number 4, Maxime Nadeau. Service is coming through. Service is up. And it is too short for La Cite. Score is 9-8 for the Wolves. Very close game. Great back and forth. We'll have number 11, Lucas Kelly, will be providing service.
Our adopted son.
I wouldn't say that. Condemn him. Great service, very strong serve here. Gets set, but blocked by the Wolves. Last touch by La Cite. Ball
Our
goes.
linesman ref runs out of the way for that one.
Score is 10-8 for the Wolves. Once again, Lucas Kelly will be serving it. Very strong name, Lucas, you know.
It's okay.
I envy the name. Service is up. And it's a bit too strong and low.
Great power, unfortunate angle on that one.
Fortunate is the word. We're getting service from La Cite, number 8, Tristan Pitre. Tristan has 2 kills, 0.5 kills per set on average. Big fake from here. But we're getting nice possession from La Cite. Great block. Not too sure who last touched that one.
That is a block from the Wolves. They had last touch to go into out of bounds, tying this up again to 10-10. An extremely close match, Lucas.
We're not even past our first set yet. We're less than, I want to say, 10 minutes into our match, and it's been very close.
Absolutely.
Service from La Cite. Touches the net, but it is still good. Makes it over. Big spike, but is unable to dig that ball.
Number 3, the libero for the Coyotes, unable to get that dive. Not sure what he wanted to do with that ball, as Xavier Arthur a little disappointed in that one.
11-10 for the Wolves. Number 3 providing service. That is Mateo Nunez Cruz. Setting that ball, but big slam. Big spike coming in from La Cite.
And that does tie it up again, 11-11.
You know, the best part about being inside is that there's no cold. The worst part is I can smell everybody's food from up here.
Absolutely.
Service is being provided by, I believe that is Xavier. Not too sure. Let me get a number for you guys. It's number 6, Magnifique Umbala. Now it is 12-11 for the Wolves. Wolves service. Service up. Big hit. Set, quick set there.
Impressive dive.
A little love tap to try and surpass that defense, but it ultimately fails. And the ball goes way too out of bounds to be contested.
Right into the audience there. Hopefully it doesn't result in any injuries.
Score is 12-12, La Cite's possession. Service will be provided by number 12 on La Cite. That is Jacob Demore. Service is up. Big hit here. Very simple serves I'm seeing here from both sides, not doing anything fancy. We have a whistle blown. Not too sure what for. May have been too many.
I believe that may have been a 2-touch rule.
May have been
Point
2 touches.
awarded to the Wolves.
Service provided by number 12, Gavin Hassel. My apologies, and it's number 18, Connor Finney. Hits an ace. 14-12, Finney's on the serve. Service up. Great hit, bringing it all the way to the back. Ball set, but the spike is just way too hard.
Resulting in 15-12 for the Wolves. We might see some headway gaining in the score here, Lucas.
It's a little bit. It's all about that.
As our first timeout of the match is called.
First timeout. It's all about that service, keeping that service. Connor Finney, very strong server again. 14 kills on Connor Finney's part. 3.5 kills per set on average. Very strong player here. I'm hoping to see that he can cause those forced errors whenever he's getting that receive, whenever he's passing or more so serving the ball. I'm liking the offense that I'm seeing here from Algonquin. I'm loving the defense from La Cite.
Absolutely, Lucas, and it's both teams extremely impressive, showcasing all their talent right now. You got to wonder, are they just this naturally talented and this strong and perform this well, or if this is just warming up to get into the later sets? Do you think we'll see a performance like this from both teams as we get into the later sets?
You know, I'm thinking both teams, they might be getting tired as the later sets because, volleyball very taxing on the body.
Of course, well, it's very high, very hard and fast game. A lot of stopping and starting, especially if we see any impressive rallies. None yet so far. Very early into the game still, and we are sure to see some impressive rallies come from these talented teams.
Again, the service going for the Wolves. 15-12 for the Wolves. Connor Finney providing service here. Not Rogers, not Telus, not Bell. Big spike coming through. Set, ball set. Spike back, but it is ultimately digged by number 12 from the Wolves. Keeping the ball in play here. Great back and forth. Keeping the rally going. Faking out for that, spike opportunity. Opting to go for a more weaker spike.
Giving it to the 16th point in our first set for the Wolves.
16-12 for the Wolves. Once again, Connor Finney providing service. Service is up. Ball's hit. Very strong hit. Very good block here, but last touch by the Wolves. We'll make it La Cite ball. 16-13 for La Cite. And that'll be number 15 on La Cite providing service. Number 15, Francois. Dribbling the ball, the same basketball. Service is up, big, strong hit. Playing quick as we can, opting to use that second hit instead of bumping it all the way to the third, which leads to the point. 16-14 for the Wolves. La Cite maintains possession. Francois once again going in for the service. Service up. Very strong hit. Back to Francois. Francois sets it all the way up to the front. Great digs all around here, Owen.
Absolutely.
Spike
Lucas.
attempt was made, but it is blocked by La Cite.
They are last touch into out of bounds. That is a point for the Wolves as they regain service. Lovely play on words with the words of service here, Joe. We don't have a we do have a live audience. Unfortunately, they can't react to our amazing sense of humor up here. But I will commend you for that service joke. Not Rogers, not Bell, not Telus.
Thank you very much. I was trying to think of more service providers, but couldn't think of them. Service from the Wolves, keeping it all the way on the back here. I have to use the set to dump it in. Great spike. And that will be out of bounds. 18-14 for our Wolves. Service being provided by number 8 for our Wolves. That is number 8, Ryan Jocelyn. Service up. Very good dig from La Cite, trying to go fast, but touches the net. That'll be a point for the Wolves.
Point for the Wolves as they head up to, I believe that should be.
Oh, my mistake.
No. Yes, we are mistaken, Lucas. That was a point for La Cite Coyotes.
It's going to be 18-15 for the Wolves. La Cite maintains possession. Service is up. Maintains that ball, going for a fake spike. Great dig from La Cite, but the dig was not.
Number 11 there, unfortunately, unable to avert that spike. Lucas Kelly, of course, letting us down here in the booth, Lucas.
Lucas Kelly is the Wolves player. I thought you meant Jacob Bernard.
I did mean Jacob Bernard, absolutely.
Lucas would never let us down, right?
No, absolutely not.
Great digs all around here, but it's ultimately passed up by the lib.
Good fake spike.
Up by number 3, set by number 3, and then spiked by, I believe that is Francois.
They gain that point for 16.
19-16 for our Wolves. Numbers 4 will be providing service, Maxime Nadio. Service up. And it looks to be a bit too short.
Too shy, bringing the Wolves up to 20 and regaining service.
Service will be provided
number
by
11, of course, that is our beloved Lucas Kelly. How could I forget?
How could you forget?
He does look like he's copying both our hairstyles there.
He sure is. Service up. And it's good. Touches the net, but seems to be still in play by La Cite. Ball's knocked into the box. It will be La Cite's
will be a point for La Cite.
20-17 for the Wolves. Number 8 on La Cite, Tristan Putra, will be providing service. Service up. Touches the net, but is a bit too shallow. I believe that goes out of bounds. Point for the Wolves, 21-17, coming up on our set point here. Number 3, Mateo Nunes Cruz will be providing service here. Service up. Hops used to the left side. Great block from our Wolves, but unable to save it.
Unable to recover that one, unfortunately. Last touch from the Coyotes, bringing the Wolves score up to 22-17.
Once again, number 3 providing service, 22-17. I like how the men's players are opting to use that throw. They throw it up, and then they use their momentum to run up on the service. Didn't work there, as you know, it was a unforced error.
And that is, folks at home, if you're wondering, that is the commentator's curse. Working for all of us.
Working for just us, I think. Mr. Cool Guy with the glasses indoors, sunglasses indoors, provides service and gets the point here for La Cite. 22.
And I do believe those must be prescription glasses for our player on the Coyotes team.
It must be. 22-19 for La Cite, service up. A bit of a bad dig from Algonquin. And unable to catch that spike from Francois.
Francois doing these amazing cross-court spikes. They almost look like they're going out, and they certainly did at the beginning of the set. As I said, the power behind that player cannot be mistaken.
Magnifique comes in with a shot here. Spikes it. We get a nice dig here from La Cite. Last touch by the Wolves.
Unfortunate there as they're desperate to block any spike from Francois as La Cite begins to tie up the points here in the first set.
A lot of taunting.
A lot of taunting going on from La Cite's bench.
Service up. Keeping it fast. Little love tap trying to circumvent those two defensive players.
Last touch from the Wolves, and that's out. Tying up our score, 22-22. Ladies and gentlemen, a very upsetting set for the Wolves. It seems they were starting to get away from the Coyotes there, but unable to stay away as they are out for blood.
Service up. Ball set. Spike is blocked by La Cite. Keeping it inside the Wolves area here. Spike is up. Last touch from La Cite. It's going to be
23-22.
We are 1 point off from the Wolves to get the set point. And again, folks at home, it is win by 2. The set will play on until a 2-point lead is made. Service for your Wolves, 23-22 for the Wolves. Whistle's blown. Service is up. Big spike here for our service. Number 12 sets the ball, but it is spiked way too far out of bounds.
Too far wide. Francois using that incredible power behind his spikes here. Unfortunate for that one as the Wolves move into their set point. Move into our second timeout as La Cite uses up their last timeout of this set.
It's a very tactical decision. The set, it could be over as soon as 1 point. So getting that extra time to talk to your players and get them to communicate more. That's what I'm not hearing, right? La Cite and the Wolves not communicating as much as I'd like them to. We're seeing our Wolves mascot here clapping along to the beat of the song. Not too sure who the artist is on the song.
Yeah, I can't be sure either here, Lucas. It'd be nice to have a display somewhere so we could enjoy listening to this music and get some insights.
Some insights indeed. 2 seconds left on the timeout. Algonquin maintains possession. They are serving for the set point, trying to get that 1-0 set lead early. This is make or break for La Cite.
Serving for the Wolves here, number 12. And that has got to be
Gavin Hassel. Quiet in the arena here. Service is up. Big spike. Caught by La Cite, but it's deflected right into the Algonquin zone. Set. Smashed. Over to La Cite. Keeping the rally going. Fake the spike here, and they're trying their hardest to make it over.
Keeping that rally going with a well-placed kick.
Great block.
And the Wolves let that one through as La Cite demonstrates their blocking ability.
1 more point for La Cite, and the Wolves will have to win by 2, putting us into, I want to say, the deuce equivalent for volleyball. 24-23 for the Wolves. La Cite service is up.
Just bounces over the net. It's up, fake spike,
And
there it is. The first set claimed by the Wolves. I believe we'll get that number for you in a second. I believe that was
Player on the right there.
number 18.
Connor Finney bringing up that kill score. Number 18 bringing it up by 3 from 14 to 17 with just this match. Lots of aggression being seen here by the Wolves. I'm loving it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Luke, it's a much faster-paced game than we have seen earlier in this evening as the Wolves swap sides and we get a little, as we bring on our blindfolded participants to participate in a small mini-game. We will be right back with you to continue this game in the second set. The Algonquin Wolves versus the La Cite Coyotes. I'm Owen O'Kelly doing your color commentary, my play-by-play as always.
Lucas Gallen, and we'll see you folks in 2 minutes. Welcome back, folks, to our OCAA matchup here, featuring the Algonquin Wolves going left to right and La Cite going right to left in volleyball. Right now, the Wolves lead 1-0 in sets, starting off at the beginning of the second set of our match. Wolves in their white and black uniforms, La Cite in their blue uniforms.
Coming out strong, number 18, just as he closed off the last set, opening the first set the second set the same way with a nice easy spike.
It's Connor Finney, again, leading Algonquin Wolves with kills this match and, just in general. Seeing immaculate defense from La Cite. Great dig. Set. And a light tap, last touch by La Cite. That's 1-2, and here's 3. Another dig. Ball set. 1 fake, 2 fake, but it is blocked by La Cite.
La Cite gains their first point, and it's tied up 1-1 at the beginning of the second set.
1-1. We have number 15 coming in for service. That's Francois. Very strong player this match. I want to say highlight player here. Setting up for the service. Service is up. And it's in the box. Keeping that ball in play is Algonquin. Big spike coming in. Unfortunately, it is digged up by La Cite. Keeping that ball in play for as long as possible, but it is tapped out of bounds. The referee is saying that the point is called for the Wolves. Not a fan of the calls here from the umpire. Seems to be the players' general, voicing their opinions here. Keeping the energy high, keeping the sportsmanship high, shaking hands, keeping everybody in the game. Prepping for our service here, once again for the Wolves, 2-1. Service is up. Great slam here. It's dug up by number 3, Libero. Algonquin keeping it in their zone as much as possible. One fake, blocked. Nice slam, and it's knocked out.
As La Cite knocks it out, that'll be point number 3 for the Wolves.
Very nice rally we had. I think that was the longest one of this set at least. Granted, we've had, I want to say, 4 rallies, give or take.
I think so. I think that sounds about right.
Is that math? Can somebody fact check that at home? No, I'm just
As
playing
we've been
around.
finding a nice narrative through line for this evening, it would be we are not good at math.
It's the one thing. It's like they have like the YouTube summary, the chat summary. It's going to say they're not good at math. Whistle's blown. I believe that is going to be La Cite ball, 3-2. La Cite has service from number 11, Diego Bernard Gauthier. Whistle's blown. Service is up, and it's good. Nice one fake on the spike.
But just a little too far out, I think,
Lot
for
far
that
out.
spike.
La Cite maintains possession here, 3-all. We're going to be seeing number 11 keeping that service up. 5 kills before this match here. Number 11 is leaving the match with at least 1. And once again,
Another spike going a little too far. I believe that was number 7, unfortunately.
number 7, Nick Gauthier Barber. 4-3 for La Cite. First time we've seen a lead this match. I'd like to say the set. Armprior is saying too much fun from our players here with their chance. Number 11 leading the charge on the serve for La Cite. Slam comes through, and it's good. Keeping that ball in play, fakes it once, blocked, but ultimately unable to recover that ball from the block. 5-3, for La Cite. Keeping that service, Diego Bernard Gauthier. Service is up. Brings it all the way out of bounds.
La Cite getting too much power behind that serve. We've seen that before.
Whistle's blown. Service is up for the Wolves. Too strong of a serve here.
Again, we're seeing a bit of a commonality between these two teams, as they both have these powerful serves, just going a little too wide. As Coyotes maintain service, 6-4 for La Cite. Very light touch on that spike. And La Cite sends it out of bounds once again.
Lots of
5-6.
A lot of unforced errors here from both sides, at least on the services for the Wolves. Number 7 will be leading the charge here. That's Nick Gauthier Barber. Service is good. It's met by number 6, Magnifique Lumbala.
Attempted a nice cheeky dump over the net, but didn't intend for that to go as far as it did. Tying it up now, 6-6.
Magnifique, not
Service.
looking so magnificent now. Yeah, muster that one up, huh?
Mustered that one up indeed.
That is a unforced error from number 7, Nick Gauthier Barber, turning the ball over to La Cite, 7-6. Number 8 will be servicing. That's Tristan Pietre. Ball's up. It is good. Going quick here with that rally. Choosing to set the ball over the net. Great spike defense here from La Cite. People are tripping over one another. Another spike.
A beautiful one from, I believe that was our spectacled individual, number 6.
Mr. Magnifique himself.
Magnifique.
That's another commentator's question. He heard my comment on his name, and he just couldn't have any of it.
Absolutely, wouldn't have any of it. He's been called it all his life. Might be hard to be this magnificent.
You know, I couldn't imagine being this magnificent. Service up. Great block from number 3.
Terrific dive, or dig, rather.
That dive for the ball was unable to make it.
Results in a point for the Wolves.
8-7.
Regain service.
8-7 for La Cite. Nick Gauthier Barber will be servicing this one. Ball's up. Looks good. Number 3 digs that one up. Unable to.
A very hard and fast play there, Lucas. Hard for the Wolves to dig that one out of their court.
That's going to be a kill coming in.
Another close set.
Setting up for service is Magnifique. Service good. But it's not, you know, I spoke too soon.
Again, commentator's curse as we see another point for the Wolves. They will rotate and regain service here. Number 3.
I thought the rule was 2. Not 3 curses, but 2.
Number 3 play.
No, but I'm
serving.
just saying I thought the curse number was 2. Already used that one up for this match, but you know the curse continues.
Well, of course, the curse is reset every set.
Reset every set.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're on the scoreboard right there.
keeping the ball in play here is Algonquin Wolves, but great blocks from La Cite, causing a double tap from the Wolves, giving the point to La Cite, 10-8. Service will be provided by number 12, La Cite. Number 12, Jacob Demore. Jacob Demore with 5 kills before entering this match. Looking to increase that count as long as possible, and that's an ace. Or I spoke too soon. Oh, scoreboard seems to be on the fritz here.
Scoreboard
that was
is
an
as
ace.
confused as we are here, Lucas.
That was an ace. It's 11-8 for La Cite coming in for our service. Service is up. Got it digged up here from the far right. Unable to catch that.
And that is the last touch from La Cite as they bounce out.
11-9 for La Cite. Service provided by number 12, Gavin Hassel. Or Hassel. Do you know David Hasselhoff?
Do I know? Not personally, unfortunately.
Well, you know, well, I do. No, I'm just kidding around. Unable to receive that ball.
Nobody quote him on that one. We'll repeat, fans at home, Lucas Gallen is not good, close personal friends with the David Hasselhoff.
I mean, maybe he's watching right now. He loves college ball.
I mean, there is a possibility.
Keeping the service up, number 12, Gavin Hassel. Got that previous service, was an ace. No aces here today. Gets saved by number 17 from the Wolves, or more so number 18, Connor Finney, but it is knocked out of bounds. More taunting coming in from La Cite.
Real chancing coming out here from La Cite.
Absolutely brutal.
Making sure the Wolves know that they are there.
Francois taking the service. Service is up. Gets digged up by our players here on the Wolves side. That's 1. That's 2. And we're back to La Cite. 1, 2. Spike blocked.
Terrific block from number 14 there. Tremendous play by Mr. Ethan Fisher.
Ethan came into this match with 3 kills, looking to up his kill score. I don't know if that's what you would call that, like a KD ratio. Unable to catch that ball.
Lack of coordination there on the Wolves.
Might be my comment.
Very atypical to see, but yeah, maybe the commentator's curse for sure.
Keeps coming back. We can't mention it. You can't talk about it.
Yeah, it's the elephant in the room.
It sure is.
Normally that's me. But for today, it is the commentator's curse, as we will continue to see.
Number 11, Jacob Bernard Gauthier will be servicing that one. The Wolves spike it. And
that will be a point for the Wolves, 12-13, as they regain service.
Number 14 will be servicing the ball, Ethan Fisher, our previous kill scorer. Ball is served. A little love tap, but it is dug up by number 12. Number 3 sets the ball. Unable to get it over the net. Number 8 just barely touching that ball with his fingers, but the net catches it and says, no thanks.
The net was not feeling that today.
I mean, if they're inspecting the net so much, it must have feelings, right?
Well, it must have a personality for sure.
Number 14 services the ball. Passing it, digs the ball up right into Algonquin's hands, but they spike it just too far. Score is 13-all. La Cite service. Number 4 will be leading the charge. Maxime Nadeau. My apologies, folks. 14-13. Service is up. And the service is too shallow here.
The net, very indecisive about that one. Brings it back 14-14.
Yeah, can we call for like a net inspection, ref?
Extremely close for our Wolves here today, folks.
14-all. Number 3 sets it. Number 12 sets it once more. Big spike coming in from number 1, Kyle Butler. Haven't seen him much this match. Haven't spoken to him, but he's always been there, ready to get those kills on. Great spike, causing Algonquin to get a 1-point lead on La Cite, 15-14. Number 7 will be servicing Nick Gauthier-Barber. Chooses to service it a bit too far out of the box, evening the game out. He wanted to give La Cite a chance,
Well, the game gets too boring if we're more than 2 points away.
Very
if
true.
There's more than a 2-point difference.
We are 10 points off for both teams to get the set here. We're getting a little over the net action here. Magnifique manages to tap that one down, bringing his team up to 16. 16-15 for La Cite. Number 8, Tristan Petro will be servicing our ball here. Opting to, instead of set the ball with number 12, they choose to spike it. And great defense!
Terrific block from the Wolves there, resulting in another tie, 16-16. Lucas, we might see this go all the way, 24-24.
We sure might, Owen. That's Mateo Nunez Cruz gets that block there, adding to, I believe, his kill shot count. Service is up. That's good. 12 sets it. Magnifique spikes it down, netting the point. Magnifique looking very magnificent today.
Absolutely.
He will be servicing our ball. 17-16.
You got to wonder if he'll sign my goggles after this when the game's done. You think he would if I'd ask him?
Sign my $1,500 prescription glasses, please.
Please.
On the lens. Great play from the Wolves.
And that attempt at a dig goes under the net, tying it up again, 17-17.
It was number 18, Connor Finney, with a little love tap.
Some very short rallies here, Lucas.
Short and sweet's the name of the game. They're just going pure aggression here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Refs are checking the net.
Refs checking that spot where the ball went under.
How's it going? That's what he's saying to the net.
Yeah, he's going, hey, Net, how's it going? How you doing?
Feeling good. Had breakfast. I did.
It's probably, if I had to guess, it's probably a she, and her name's Annette.
You got me with that one, Owen. La Cite bringing up the score. Swapping possession, 18-17. Number 12 will be leading the charge, Jacob Demore. Readying up for service. Service is up. Looks good. Keeping it in the box. Big block. But the block comes out for La Cite, tying it up the game once again, 18-18. Wolves.
Extremely focused here, Lucas. This set could carry on for a lot longer than we expect.
Sure can. Gavin Hassel leading the charge here on the service. Service is up. Looks good. Gets dug out.
Beautiful serve from him.
Tried to tap it.
Tried to tap it in, but it is caught by the lovely Annette.
Jacob Bernard Gauthier, number 11,
As the
going
Wolves take the lead for the first time in a few points.
going for a risky play here, Owen. Keeping that service on our side. Annette's feelings may be hurt, but that's just the name of the game. 20-18 for the Wolves, looking to close out this set in 5 more points. Service up. Hits off the leg there. Gets spiked by Francois, but it is blocked by our Wolves. Spiked again. Back to number 3. Number 2 sets that ball up to the Wolves. Number 12 sets it up. Opting to go for a spike, but it is blocked. Wolves keeping it slow. La Cite maintaining possession, keeping it slow, and they spike it.
Delicious little spike from the Coyotes there, tying it up again, 19-19. One of the longer rallies we've seen on this set, Lucas, in this match, actually, for that matter.
Just keeping the slow, feeling each other out. 19 all. We might be going into OT for this set here. They pay me by the hour, Owen, so I don't care. Spike is...
We're here as long as they're willing to have us.
That's true. Number 7 spikes the ball. Number 3 digs it out. Again, another spike coming in, but it's just being dug and dug. A lot of back and forth here. A little spike, but Wolves hit it out of the box. 20-19, La Cite. That's going to be Francois servicing this one. Francois services up. Gets caught once again by Algonquin. Opting to go for a counter spike here. Good blocks from La Cite, but even better awareness from the Wolves. Ball is knocked all the way up in the air, but it's dug all the way back. Ball
Incredible
set.
recovery on that one, Lucas.
Very great recovery. It's that high-level gameplay that I love seeing. Ball is set. Once again, number 12. Keeping that ball up. Our libero for the Wolves, trying to keep that ball in play as long as possible. Ball is spiked, but it is last touch by number 12.
Ball touched by number 12. Unfortunate.
It's Gavin Hassel. This is one of the first times in this set we've seen more than 1 point lead.
Indeed.
La Cite 21-19,
and we go into our first timeout of this set as the Wolves use one of their 2 allotted TOs for this. We're seeing a lot more coordination from both teams here, Lucas. What do you think?
I'm just liking the aggression and the blocks that we're seeing from La Cite, reminiscent of the women's team for Algonquin. They're always up in their face. They're always catching. They're always digging the ball out, preventing any spikes from occurring, and having that full vision of what's happening.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. I'm seeing a lot more control on Mr. Francois. We're seeing he's got the most powerful spikes and serves here. Definitely a lot more control. He's letting them fall into the team to knock them out instead of sending them out himself, and that is the better strategy that we will come to see here.
Because at the end of the day, individual performance aside, it is a team game. Your team sets the ball for you, and you spike it, or you opt to go for a fake.
Absolutely.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
You said it, the name of the game here is teamwork, and these are both very talented, very coordinated teams on both sides of the court here as we move in and towards the end of our second set.
Francois servicing the ball here. Number 12, fake spike here. Number 7 gets
and
that spike.
One is in.
Nick Gauthier-Barber adding to his kill count. 7 kills before entering this match. But right now, he has 2 on the board, bringing him to a total of 9. Service from the Wolves is too short as Connor Finney, number 18, is unable to hit it outside. Scores 22-20 for La Cite. Service is a number 11, Jacob Bernard Gauthier. Service up. Keeping it clean. Big set coming out. Last touch by La Cite. Number 12 sets it. Spikes it in. It's caught. Keeping it back and forth here. Spiking it out.
Spike's a little too wide as we bring it up to 23-20 for the Coyotes.
La Cite is maintaining possession here. Number 11, Jacob Bernard Gauthier will be servicing this one, keeping it clean. Number 12 sets the ball. Quick spike on that.
Nice, easy, quick, and dirty spike from the Wolves.
That may be the play style they have to employ, using those cheap tactics of going fast. You know, I say cheap tactics, but it's a tactic that you can use.
Team tactics, I think, is what you meant to say there.
Team
Lucas.
tactics, going fast, playing as fast as possible. What are we seeing? Number 6, servicing the ball here for the Wolves. Haven't said his name much. Oliver Gobel. Serve is up. Spike is through, and his last touch by the Wolves.
Unfortunate.
Service for La Cite. Set point here, 24-21. Serving for their set. La Cite. Wolves need 3 more points to add deuce rules. We'll see how this goes. Service is good. Keeping that ball in play as much as possible. Faking the spike once. Going for a spike this time, but it's unable to be dug up by the La Cite, leading to 22-24 for the Wolves. Their service. Number 7, Nick Gauthier-Barber, will be servicing this ball here. Can he bring it home? Ball is up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be 25-22 for La Cite, bringing the score to 1-1 in sets.
As we move into our third set here, as the teams get prepared to swap the court again, you're seeing a lot of aggression on both sides. Truly anyone's game. We might even see a 5th set here tonight.
I'm all for it here, Owen.
All for it indeed.
I'm loving these, these quick spikes, opting to, instead of using all 3 hits, they just use for first one, passing it up, spiking that down immediately, Owen. Yeah. Any last words before we come back here from our break?
Nothing more to add other than it looks to be a very exciting remaining set, possibly even 2 sets, possibly even 3. Who's to say?
Didn't know you could count that high, Owen.
Absolutely, I'm getting better.
Every day. I'm Lucas Gallen, your play-by-play commentator, in the booth with
Owen O'Kelly, your color commentator. Please don't go anywhere. We will be back in about 2 minutes for your third set of the evening.
Welcome back, folks, to our OCAA matchup featuring the Algonquin Wolves and La Cite Coyotes in volleyball. Score is 1-all. Wolves right to left, La Cite left to right. Owen, what are you hoping to see from this set here?
Well, I'm definitely hoping to see the Wolves kick up the aggression a little bit more. We've seen some very close set scores this entire match. And I'm hoping the Wolves can start to get a little bit of a lead here. I'm hoping the Wolves can find their footing, and we've seen the techniques and the strategies of the Coyotes so far, and we're hoping the Wolves can counter it as they go up number.
Not one for the numbers here, Owen.
Oh, we all know that, Lucas.
Starting the game off strong with an unforced error. La Cite will get the first point of our match, 1-0. Service number 12 on La Cite, Jacob Demore. Ball's up. Service is good. It gets dug up. Set. Tried to go for a little scoop, but no scoop available. No dumps here. And that
is ball touch from the libero. Number 3 on the Coyotes team, bringing it up to 1-1 at the top of the third set.
Service will be provided by number 18 on the Algonquin Wolves. That is Connor Finney. Service is good. I spoke too soon. Service is up.
Service is terrible.
Service is terrible
it's
here.
T-Mobile over here.
My girlfriend uses T-Mobile. 2-1 for La Cite here.
You heard it here first, folks. Lucas Gallen off the market.
I mean, I use Rogers, man. It's just her. We're using Francois here on the service. Service is good. Very strong serve coming in. Last touch by La Cite, and it's spiked in.
Delicious little spike there from the Wolves. I believe it's number 7, Yes, my instinct is right. Nick Gauthier-Barber.
Nick Gauthier-Barber. He wants the cake. He's having his cake, and he's eating it too.
And really showing us all the meaning of his name with a terrific haircut.
Very strong haircut here. I need to get my haircut soon. Number 12 props it up here. Love tap, and they're able to catch it, but a whistle. Late whistle.
Blown. A point awarded to La Cite. Not sure what happened there, Lucas.
I think the ball touched the ground before they could dig it up.
I see.
Unfortunate, but it happens.
I understand that is kind of the driving force between the points in this game is the ball touching the ground. So that's a good call from the ref.
Number 11, Jacob Bernard Gauthier will be leading our serve to nowhere. 4-3 for the Wolves. Spoke too soon. It is 3-3 for the Wolves. Number 7 will be servicing here today. That's Nick Gauthier-Barber. You mentioned him earlier. Very strong player all match long here. Counter block.
Terrific block from players 1 and 3 on the Wolves team.
It's Kyle Butler and Mateo Nunes-Cruz blocking that ball, saying no thanks. Bringing the score to 4-3. Number 7, Nick Gauthier-Barber maintaining our service. Service is up. Setting that ball up. We got a whistle blown.
Whistle blown and
double
a point
hit
awarded to the Wolves, bringing it to 5-3, which is the largest deficit between the points that we've seen this early in a set.
Why, yes, it is. That was a double hit, of course. Coming in here. Great blocks from our Wolves. Same player here. Slide blocking these, getting these massive digs for his team.
Libero playing his role as defenseman, and another beautiful spike by number 1, Mr. Kyle Butler.
Haven't been saying Kyle's name much, but when we have, it's only been good things. 6-3 for your Wolves. 1-all. Setting up for the service here. Nick Gauthier-Barber, service is up. Keeping the ball in play. Trying to go for a spike, but it's blocked by the Wolves. Magnifique tries to spike it in real quick, but it is blocked by the Wolves once again. Big dig up here. Number 12 sets the ball, spikes it.
And that is another beautiful spike from the Wolves.
7-3. 7 points for the Wolves. Number 7 leading the service. Service is up. Using a light spike here, but it's caught by our server, number 7 here. Keeping the ball in the game as long as possible, but they were unaware. The communication wasn't there. Player
and able to do it. The libero, number 2. Down but not out. Walking it off.
I believe that is Naoki Nakashima.
Nakashima.
Very powerful name.
Indeed.
La Cite, 7-4 for the Wolves, setting up for the service here. Service up. Gets dug up by the Wolves. Smash!
An incredible spike.
Absolutely.
We are seeing the Wolves hold their own really well against La Cite in this set, Lucas.
It's starting to seem like the Wolves are getting their stride going into this match.
They're finally finding these key points here, and La Cite just not able to see the spikes coming.
Getting set up here. The Wolves service is up. Touched by Francois. Fake. Blocked.
As the Wolves happy with that one, bringing it up from 9-4 for our Algonquin Wolves.
Keeping that service going on the Wolves team. Loving the communication I'm hearing from up here. Admittedly, we're not hearing much, but what I am hearing, I am liking. Service is up. Bit too strong.
A little too far, too much power behind that serve. For Mr. Kyle Butler.
Loving the teamwork here. You know, my father played a lot of tennis, and he said the main thing he liked about doubles is after every point, no matter what, win or lose, always go fist bump your partner. Loving the sportsmanship here.
No matter what. So you got to show the team's there. And win or lose, you're still a team.
Great spike, but I believe that was whistles blown against the Wolves.
May have been a net touch there.
I believe it was. 9-6 for the Wolves. Number 8 on La Cite. Tristan Petra will be leading the service. Service is up. And a bit too short there, not coming up for his team.
Bringing the Wolves up 10-6.
Very unfortunate there for Tristan. Number 3 on the Wolves, Mateo Nunes Cruz. Very strong defensive player, will be providing service right now. Service is up. Keeping it in the box, nice and smooth. We saw Magnifique going for a little tap.
Very subtle love tap from Magnifique, keeping the rally going. I believe that was a net touch by Francois, resulting in another point for the Wolves. It now stands 11-6 for Algonquin.
The biggest lead we've seen in this match so far, 11-6. Timeout called by La Cite, bringing their total to 1. You know, the set's not even halfway over, and we're already seeing a timeout being called. Would you be panicking right now if you are the La Cite coach? You're down.
I might just be a little nervous, but I know that there's, at least one set left in this game. Surely still anyone's set to go now. Don't know if we're used to seeing deficits quite like this from 11-6, 5-point deficit here. Not sure if we're too used to that this game, but allows the Wolves a chance to keep that focus and keep that drive going. But timeout could be dangerous for the Wolves here as La Cite gets a chance to re-strategize and reorganize themselves. We could see a stronger team coming back onto the court now.
Could see. We are listening to Beat It by Michael Jackson here for our halftime. Very good composer. Love Michael Jackson.
Who doesn't?
You heard Chicago? Everybody's been listening to that.
Indeed. Haven't graced my ears with that yet. Here we go. His service is up.
Francois absolutely spiking the ball down, getting a point for his team, getting service. It's going to be Magnifique will be providing service here. 11-7. La Cite's ball. Magnifique on the serve.
See them serve up a magnificent serve, and here it is.
Use the opposite, go for a little slap serve instead of the usual. Spike goes through for the Wolves, but it is blocked by La Cite.
Terrific spike there. I believe that was number 8 for the Coyotes. nailing that spike just in the front of the defensive line, right in no man's land where no one could get to it in time.
3 points is all they need to tie up the game once again. Magnifique going for the serve. Fake spike coming through, and it is
a ball touched by Magnifique himself.
Unforced error, or more so a forced error against Magnifique, bringing the score 12-8 for our Wolves. Number 12, Gavin Hassel will be servicing this ball. Serve is up. A little bit too short on that. Touches our net. What was the name for our net again?
Net. Why? I'm surprised you even forgot it, Lucas. I know French is neither of our first languages, but it is a beautiful name for a beautiful net.
Yeah, I have some beef with a net here. We need more inspections coming through. La Cite, service is up. Ball set. Good spike. Great dig from La Cite. Back to the Wolves. Fake spike on that. 1-2. Whistle is blown. I believe that player was maybe out of bounds when they made that touch. Score is 13-9 for the Wolves. Number 18, Connor Finney will be providing service. Service is up. Great spike. Finney blocks that. Goes right back into La Cite's arms. Fake it once. Almost fake it twice. And that's going to be a point.
They're desperate there, the Wolves, to keep that rally going.
That's going to be a point scored by Francois. Speaking of Francois, he will be conducting the service for La Cite. 13-10 is your score for the Wolves.
As we've seen, Francois loves these powerful plays, these powerful serves. Let's see what he has in store now.
Opts to use his palm instead of his fist for that service.
Very light serve on that one. And that one is out, unfortunately, awarding another point to the La Cite Coyotes. A now 2-point deficit for the Coyotes to close in on the Wolves.
Francois leading the service. Service is up. A big slap coming in here, saved.
Good dig.
It's tapped in.
Another point for our Wolves, bring it 14-11.
Speaking of 14, number 14 will be servicing this ball here, Ethan Fisher.
Very serendipitous.
That's a big word. You stumped me. That's all I'm going to say.
Stumped a lot of third-grade readers on that one.
Same thing with the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
And that
ball is spiked out.
Spiked out. It looks like it. It's a very close call. The ref and the linesman are deliberating over it. Well, that's another word. A little too long for me, apparently.
Coaches are speaking to the umpire here. Awarding the point to the
Point
Wolves.
to the Wolves.
Score is 15-11. Maintaining that score, that service will be number 14, Mr. Fisher. Ball's up. It's dug out by number 3 here. Last touch by the Wolves. And it will be La Cite point. $12 points for La Cite, 15 for the Wolves. Number 11 will be providing service, Jacob Bernard Gauthier. Hearing lots of cheering here in the crowd. Ball's up. Ball's passed up. Set. And not spiked, but love tapped in.
Just love tapped in. Just a nice cheeky dump from, I believe that was player number 7.
Player number 7 has been playing great all game for the Wolves. Nick Gauthier-Barber. Service is up. And that is spiked in by Francois, but it is dug out. Last touch by La Cite, number 3.
Oh, very disappointed himself. You could tell number 3, the libero for La Cite, Mr. Xavier Arthur, not happy that he got the last touch on that one. If he had just left that alone, that may have been a point for his team. But as it stands, it's 17-12.
Nice short pass. Unfortunately, that player was out of bounds when he made that pass. It'll be another point awarded to the Wolves. 18-12. Number 7 leading the service, Nick Gauthier-Barber. Barber's chopping some hair here as we have our last timeout called.
My last Cite for this set. The folks at home, 2 timeouts are allotted to each team to use as they please per set. They do not stack, so if they don't get used, they don't carry over.
You lose them, you use them, or you lose them.
You'll use them or you lose them. Very good time for La Cite to refocus on strategy here. You can see the coach really talking to the teammates.
Coach is actually talking to the target ref here. Seems to be
yes, you were correct on that one.
Mad at that call awarded to the Wolves. Seems to be very shaken up about that. You know, very strong play from all our players here. Loving the synergy, loving the team energy especially. You know, I'm like the high fives after each point, no matter win or lose.
Absolutely.
We have.
You can see, we love to see the sportsmanship out here. You know, people can look at me. They can tell I'm not the most athletic person. I'm not the most sport adjacent fella.
Hey, don't say that.
I do love to watch a good game being played by some good team players, showing some real sportsmanship out here. We love to see it.
Don't say that. You look pretty sporty. It's pretty sporty to me. Number 7 leading the charge, Nick Gauthier-Barber. Service is good. Knocks down Francois.
Didn't believe enough power in the world.
Dug up by our server here, number 7.
And that is, I believe, 3 touches.
Getting the coaches coming onto the floor here. I think it's a bad call. The score is 18-13 for the Wolves.
Number 2 attempting to challenge the call, but accepting their fate. Leaving it alone as La Cite gains their 13th point.
Service is up. Number 3 digs it up. Fakes the spike. This could be an opportunity here. Almost got a nice point here for the Wolves.
They recover that one nicely.
Choose to fake spike again using the palm.
Impressive digs here from the Coyotes.
And that is out of bounds.
Out of bounds for the 19th point for the Wolves.
One of the biggest leads we've seen all match. So far, 6 points.
19-13, you're absolutely right, Lucas.
Seeing Algonquin's very famous, or more so infamous, number 1, Kyle Butler, coming in for this service. Kyle Butler on my stats page, absolutely blank. You know, he's off the grid, some can say. Speaking of off the grid, is off the net there. Annette not too happy.
Poor Annette, really deciding what to do with these intense, high-velocity serves.
Number 8, Tristan Petra will be servicing the ball for La Cite, 19-14. Service is up, touches the net just barely, but it's good.
Annette will allow it.
Pass up. Not even spiked.
Nice cheeky dump. Totally unintentional, but the Wolves will take it as they attain their 20th point of the set.
They use a light love tap there. 20-14 here for the Wolves. I believe that is, my apologies, folks, that is number 3, Mateo Nunez-Cruz, conducting our service here, not number 1, Kyle Butler. Mateo going up for the service. Keeps it low. And that, keeping it that low, he wasn't ready for it. And it goes straight to the floor.
Not sure what happened there.
I think the ball angle was so steep. That was the point of the serve, is that you go do it at the last second, so it's as steep as possible.
Right you
hit
are.
Hit him in the chest.
Right
Didn't hit
you
him
are,
in the hand.
Lucas.
Seen another serve coming in here from Mateo. Nunez-Cruz, serve is up. Big slam here by Francois, and that's out of bounds.
And that'll be the last touch by the Wolves.
Seeing the chanting from La Cite.
La Cite really having their chance down. Great coordination both on and off the court. You got to imagine they have a choreographer on their team coming up with these chants.
You say you think they practice like at home before they go to the games?
I assume they must.
Service is up. Great spike.
Tremendous spike. The fake spike followed up with the real one.
Overcommitting those players on defense.
The Wolves really getting lucky with these passes into the right close end of their court.
Service is up. Big slam, touches the net, but it makes it to the other side. And that spike
That
out.
spike is out. Too much power leading away to that one. But the ref saying it's in.
There's no way that was in.
A point awarded to La Cite.
I don't know if we were looking at the same ball here, but that went all the way outside.
That went all the way outside, but the ref saying it's in. Service.
Ref says what the ref
Coyotes.
says. Speaking of another ball that goes out, that one went out. My book's 2 in a row. Unforced errors coming out. Score is 23
to 16. Sorry to interrupt you there, Lucas.
Oh, it's all good. 23 to 16 for the Wolves. Service is up. Wolves coach must be very happy here, dominating this third set of our match. Number 12 spikes it up, but it's last touch by La Cite. 24 to 16 for the Wolves. Great defense there, hooking their hands, not above the net, but just just behind it.
But just behind it, playing that good defensive block. Service up for the Wolves. This could be set point.
Serving for the set. Service is up. It's in the box. Hits the net, but it's blocked by Francois.
And that will be the Wolves taking their second set of the game. Final score 2-1 as we head into our fourth set.
I believe that call was him touching the net when he went to go spike it. Otherwise, it would have been a point for La Cite. I'm liking what I'm seeing here, the big switch up from the Wolves. Owen, do you have any closing thoughts here?
Very exciting. My closing thought as we head from our third into our fourth set. Very fast game. We love to see it here, Lucas. Lots of aggression coming in on the field. You know La Cite is disappointed in a lot of those sets. Biggest deficit we've seen in terms of scoring between the two teams here. Don't go anywhere, folks, as we will take a nice short break, go get a drink of water, head to the restroom, do what you got to do. We'll be right back. I'm Owen O'Kelly here with the one and only
Lucas Gallen.
And we'll see you soon.
Big shout out to Algonquin women's soccer alumni, Lisa in the house. Hey.
Alrighty, Wolves fans, it's time for another game. This one is called Finish That 2. Here we have our lovely two contestants. What's your names? Caitlin and Sierra. Alright. Are you both ready? We're going to play a song and we're going to stop at a certain point and it's up to you to finish that 2 for us. Are you ready? You seem a little worried. Are you ready? Alright, play that song for me. Is that it? Is that how it went? No. Is that correct? Yeah, we don't need to verify that. That's correct. All right, thank you very much for playing with us today. Go Wolves!
Shouts out women's rugby. Bottom of the fifth, your Blue Jays did with the Lightning 3-1 over the Dodgers. Oh yeah.
Welcome back, folks, to our OCAA matchup featuring the Algonquin Wolves and La Cite for volleyball. Wolves left to right in the white and black uniform, La Cite in the blue and white uniforms right to left. We had a very exciting previous set. Score is 2-1 for the Wolves. Starting the set off early with a unforced error from number 12 here for the Wolves. That's Gavin Hassel. Very unfortunate. Or that was my mistake. It was off the fingers for that call. It'll be a point for the Wolves. But more so, our scoreboard is incorrect here in-house. Multiple fake spikes here. Keeping the ball will be the Wolves. Wolves up 2-0. Number 12 will be providing service here today. That is Gavin Hassel. A little bit too short here. Giving a point to La Cite, 2-1. Starting it off early here with an unforced error. Letting La Cite be on the board. We are having Francois conducting the service here. Oh, and tell me your thoughts on that previous set that we just watched.
Well, it seemed to be a close set right at the beginning, and La Cite just kind of lost their mojo there towards the end. You got to understand the 2 timeouts must have, you got to hope that those 2 timeouts must have done something for them in their morale and their strategy. As Francois goes up for this set, we can only hope La Cite keeps this scoring the same way here. As another point gets awarded to the Wolves for a ball touch out of bounds call for La Cite.
Ryan, our merch booth leader here, great guy, will be the one catching that ball. Game's on. Great dig from La Cite. That's number 3. Spike coming through, but it's blocked by number 1 for the Wolves. Spike comes through, but once again, Francois manages to dig it up. But last touch from the Wolves, trying to save that. Would have been out of bounds otherwise. Off the fingers.
That is last touch from the Wolves. Point for La Cite as they reclaim service.
Number 11 will be serving. That is Jacob Bernard Gauthier. Service is up. Dug up. Number 12 sets it. Spike, but his last touch by La Cite off the fingers. It's going to be a point awarded for the Wolves. 4-3. Number 14 will be conducting service. Ethan Fisher. You reckon he's going to be going fishing for the serve?
I imagine if he has his weekend clear, he might try it before the lakes freeze over.
They do. Speaking of freezing over, ball drops on the floor after a block.
La Cite attempting a cheeky tap, a love tap, or a dump right into the Wolves' territory. Doesn't work out in their favor. It's number 14 brings him to service.
Fisher taps the ball in nice and low. Ball set up, touches the net, and is out of bounds. That'll be a point for Algonquin Wolves. 6-3. Fisher maintaining service here. 3-point lead. And once again, folks at home, the timeouts get reset after each set, so both teams have 2 timeouts. Saved by Francois, big dig, but the ball hits the net, causing the Wolves to get another point and keeping that service. Getting a timeout here from La Cite. 7-3 is your score. 2-1 are the sets for the Wolves.
I got to be honest, I saw that timeout coming. You can see the way La Cite's coordination here just doesn't seem to be matching what we've seen so far in the game. They're little bit uncoordinated here. We only hope that they can find their mojo here and maybe get this deficit tied up. For sure, 7-3 is the largest deficit we have seen this early in the match so far. La Cite hopefully strategically using their first timeout of the match. We will get right back into it in 14 seconds.
It's a shame they're not playing music now. Really looking forward to what playlist they choose.
Really looking forward to being a human Shazam to try and figure out what song is playing.
I don't know if it's like some form of, I don't want to say like a
It's talent.
Talent?
It's definitely talent.
I don't know. I think I got that from my father. You can play any piece of Mozart in front of him, and he can name exactly what song it is from which what's it called,
Opera, symphony.
which everything, which
I see.
timestamp he can name.
Wow.
He loves his Mozart.
Impressive man.
Serve is up. Keeping that ball maintained is Algonquin Wolves. Is number 14 sets that up, going for a fake spike. They punch the ball in. Number 14 sets, and then we have a whistle blown. Point awarded for the Wolves. It's going to be 8-3. Number 14 completing and maintaining our service. It's Mr. Fisher. Going fishing right now. Service is up. Great shot from Fisher. And an absolute.
Incredible block from number 3 there by the Algonquin Wolves.
That's number 3, Mateo Nunez Cruz.
Nunez Cruz.
Wasn't
coming
sure.
Strong with the defense.
Wasn't sure if that was a block from the Wolves or an error on the La Cite side. 9-3. But as I say that, Fisher goes fishing straight in the dirt.
Straight into a net.
Poor Annette. They don't pay her that much.
They really don't.
We started a net fund, a donation.
I hope so. We can start a GoFundMe for Annette.
9-4. Service for La Cite. Nice and low. Faking the spike once, but that does not dissuade La Cite. One spike fake. Number 12 sets the ball. Spikes it all the way
out.
onto the A of the Algonquin logo on that right side. 9-5, Dolly Parsons score here for the Wolves. La Cite service.
Absolutely.
Number 2, Jolan Basile will be servicing today, but ends up hitting it too low. His time in the sun, will be no more. 10-5 for the Wolves. Number 7, Nick Gauthier-Barber is servicing this one. Service up. Great defense from number 8. That net playing for both teams here. And that spike is maybe what kills them. I say that. Great defense from the Wolves here, keeping that ball in play for as long as possible. One spike fake, and 2.
And they're just not able to find the defense. They find the dig there, unfortunately, for the Coyotes. One of the more impressive rallies we've seen in this set for sure, Lucas.
You know, one player I want to highlight is number 18, Connor Finney on the Wolves with 10 kills in this match so far. He came in with 14, so that's going to give him 24 kills in this match.
Ooh. Xavier Arthur Libero for the Coyotes there, disappointed in his reception of that. They shrug it all off. You can see him shaking hands with his teammates there. You're all good. We're okay.
Clapping, shaking hands all around.
Shaking hands as we see they sub off a couple players.
Number 7 for the Wolves, Nick Gauthier-Barber. Will be shaving some heads here with this serve. Serve is up. Nice and low, touches the net. And a nice little dunk.
Nice little tap in from the Coyotes.
Just following through with that ball and dumping it right in.
Seeing the score now 13-6, or 12-6 rather, for the Wolves. Little error on our in-house scoreboard. Apologies for that.
Yeah, that earlier score I was talking about. As I said, that number 8 for La Cite, unforced error on that serve. That's Tristan coming with an unforced error, bringing the score back to 13-6.
13-6. Still very much anyone's set.
Very much indeed, I believe.
We've definitely seen deficits like these close.
I believe that's Kyle coming in with the service.
A little too far out as another point awarded to La Cite.
Trying to keep the play as fast as possible. 13-7, this could very much be the last set of our match here as we get another unforced error from number 7 on La Cite, Jason Leville. Don't really see him much, but unforced errors are what's going to kill you. You know, if you win no matter how many rallies you win, if you give them 5 unforced error, that's 5 extra points they have on you for free.
No question about it, Lucas. I want to say we're not even 10 minutes in to our 4th set, and Algonquin already doubling their opponent's score with a 14-7. And that'll be last touch from the Algonquin Wolves as it goes out of bounds. That is a point for La Cite as they reclaim service.
Keeping that ball up. Number 11 will be conducting our service. Play is up. Great spike from Algonquin, but it's blocked by La Cite. I believe that's Francois coming in with the block. Big group hug action. Loving the love.
Love to see it. Hey, we love love.
Love, love. I hate love. Imagine that.
Now imagine hating love. What's wrong with you? What an oxymoron.
Oxymoron indeed. Number 11, Jacob Bernard Gauthier will be serving this one for La Cite. Fake spike number 1. Spike number 2 meets number 3's hand for La Cite. But ultimately, Francois will spike it into the net, causing it to go out of bounds.
But that, I believe, is a...
I believe it's a point for La Cite as it was last touch from the Wolves.
From the Wolves, you are very right.
Either last touch or net touch. Setting up for our service. Service is up. Nice and far out of bounds.
Very well played. Very well played avoidance from the Wolves there.
Number
Bringing their
7.
score up 15-10.
Nick Gauthier Barber ducks his head so that ball doesn't hit him, leaving the last touch on La Cite.
Very nice move from the Barber.
Setting up for service here. Service up. Bit too far.
A little too far and out of bounds. That is a point awarded to the Coyotes.
We're seeing Francois, very powerful player here, setting up for service. Number 15, Francois. Dribbling the ball, service is up. I think the trumpet guy in the crowd is using it for mind games, as he's using it only when La Cite is going for serves. Great block from number 18, but the linesman calls it as out.
Linesman calls it out. Fortunate last touch off the Wolves, bringing the score 15-12 as La Cite is closing that gap, making this another close set for us, Lucas.
Francois leading the serve once again. I keep mentioning very powerful player, but so far they've been disorganized. And we hear that trumpet once again as he goes for that service.
Tremendous dig from Nakashima.
Number 12 sets that ball up. Again, a nice love tap, opting out of the spike. Number 3 setting that ball up, but Francois hits it too far out.
Classic powerful build sends it way too far and out of bounds. Another point for the Wolves, 16-12.
16-12 for the Wolves. Trying to get a number on who is servicing for the Wolves here. Service is good. Very low dig from number 3 here. Great spikes from La Cite. One spike fake. Catches him. Francois unable to react in time.
Incredible spike from the Wolves there.
Keep stumbling over my words. I'm like, spike fake. I'm combining it into one word, but so far, very fast gameplay here.
No worries
from
here,
the Algonquin
Lucas.
Wolves. 17-12.
We'll still keep you around.
You sure?
I hope so. I can't be doing this alone.
Going-
Annette blocking that shot. Mr. Connor Finney not too happy with that serve, giving up service to Mr. Magnificent himself.
Mr. Magnifique services the ball. Ball set, number 12. Opting out of the spike, goes for a little shove instead. Spike is blocked! Number 8 spike is blocked.
Terrific defense from the Wolves here, giving them their 19th point of the set.
Service
or is it 18th?
Is Mr. Fishin. Last time he got nothing but moss. Let's see what he'll get this time. Hook, line, and no sinker.
No sinker.
I don't think he opts to. Unforced error, too much force on that ball.
As you see, La Cite borrowing the strategy of don't touch it. They can see it. They can see it heading over. They know it's going out of bounds. Leave it alone.
Service for La Cite here. 18-14 for the Wolves. Service La Cite. Service is up. Trumpet guy once again. I'm not crazy this time, Owen.
It'd be wonderful if our mic's picking that up. Audience at home can hear it.
We saw
Francois not able to get that dig.
one fake spike, followed up by the real spike on that right side.
Not bringing it to 19-14 for our Algonquin Wolves.
We have, I believe that is number 7 on the service here. Nick Gauthier Barber looking to cut some heads. Big tap out by La Cite, going for a fake spike. Real spike, last touch by Francois, but it's still in the game. Love tap, doesn't make it through, number 4.
Point awarded to the Wolves, 20-14.
Number 4, Maxime Nadeau, unable to love tap that ball on to the Wolves side, netting a unforced error. Service is up. Barber looking for some hair cutting, and that was way too far out of a spike. 21-14 for the Wolves. This is looking for the match here.
Tough call for the linesman on some of these calls.
3 points till the match.
Some of these outs.
Last timeout called by La Cite. Give them 1 minute. What do you think right now if I'm a La Cite player? What's the coach telling me?
I think I'm very reliant on this timeout here. I want to be locked in to the strategy that they're giving. They know they've been playing this team now all evening. They know exactly what we're about. They know that the Wolves are keeping that aggression, keeping up that high energy. We can see Wolvie running around in the field, bringing the Wolves flag onto the court as he runs over to taunt the other team.
There he is,
You can see
Mr.
him there in
Wolf.
the back, Mr. Wolf himself. It's 15 seconds left on La Cite's timeout as the Wolves head back onto the court here for us. And La Cite hopefully devising a strategy here to keep the Wolves away from their last 4 points of the game.
Whistle is blown. That's the end of our timeout here. See, the Wolf is taunting. He's shaking about, providing some entertainment for the people. Not as if this match isn't entertaining enough.
Absolutely.
Service is up. Great back and forth here. Great communication from our Wolves. Unable to get that ball in. 21-15 for the Wolves. Service on La Cite. Service is up. Keeping that ball in play as long as possible, but I believe it is.
Number 3 not happy with himself after that spike, bringing score from 21-16 for the Wolves as Coyotes reclaim their service.
Service is up. Great dig coming in, one set. Great smash coming through. Love tap, but it gets blocked by Algonquin. We're seeing it go. More and more digs coming in through from Algonquin. Passed up. This is the last hit. Gets touched back by Francois. Great offensive match.
Tremendous rally there,
My
Lucas.
God, Owen.
Incredible.
He's just that back and forth. When Francois tapped it up, light taps is all it takes. Doesn't take a hard spike. Light love taps, and that's the whole rally was about.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we see that. That was a very impressive rally, one of the longer ones again that we've seen as the Wolves try to maintain this lead. 3 more points until the game is theirs.
22-16 for our Wolves. Service is up. Low service here, gets dug out, but it gets unforced errors.
Last touch. Another unforced error.
That was a forced error. I spoke too soon.
That was a forced error.
That spike
Apologies.
causing him to be able to not control that ball. Goes that all the way to the back. Playing for the match here. 1 point until match point for the Wolves. 1 more after that until they get the match.
Absolutely incredible plays here from the Wolves, Lucas.
See the service here. Service is up. And it was on the line, but it's awarded.
And awarded to La Cite.
Great attempt there. That would have been an ace for the ages here, making it 24, but instead 23-17 for the Wolves. This could be La Cite's opportunity to come back here. Service is up. Love tap!
Tremendous little love tap, little kiss, and a nice little celebration here for the Wolves as they move on to their set and match point.
Amazing stuff right here. We're seeing the Wolf facilitating a cheer for our Wolves. I'm clapping, are you?
Absolutely. I hope they're clapping at home as we go for the last serve.
Service is up. La Cite maintaining possession. Love tap spike, trying to copy Algonquin's strategy, keeping that ball in, and it gets ultimately shoved down by number 15.
Nice little gentle spike. The Coyotes catching wise to the Wolves' strategy here as they borrow that nice gentle love tap.
Francois and Magnifique, dynamic duo on the front here. Number 4 leading the serve, possibly the game for the Algonquin Wolves. La Cite serve go.
And there it is, folks.
That's it!
Out of bounds serve from La Cite as the Wolves claim the set and the match.
Score is 3-1 for the Wolves. Absolutely immaculate gameplay here. Great back and forth. The whole crew here is excited. Loving the hype in the arena. Owen, what are some highlights?
Terrific highlights all around. Terrific to see a player as powerful as Francois on the La Cite Coyotes. Very powerful player, like I've said many times before. Managed to get a handle on his spikes. His spikes at the very start of the match, going very wide, out of bounds, not hitting where they wanted to. But really coming back strong with a lot of, we saw him in the set, I believe it was the second set that La Cite won, second set of the match. There's where Francois really came into his own. And you can see there the sportsmanship as the players line up and shake hands. That's what it's all about here, folks. Enjoying these games in the athletic side. And again, the women's team coming back to support their boys out here on the court as they spread the win and share the love. Both teams going home with a win today, but La Cite defeated, but definitely not morally, as you can see them celebrating the chance to be here with the Algonquin Wolves. Lucas, any final thoughts before we close out?
I think that, other than the lead up to the match here, the first 2 sets were great, but that third, or more so that 4th set, great back and forth. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. Great offensive showcase and defensive showcase from both La Cite and the Wolves. I'm excited to start off our volleyball season, and we're starting off right. We're
absolutely
streaming the second game for all you folks at home to see.
And we hope to see you all back here on Friday for our first broadcast of our basketball, both women's and men's games on Friday, October 31st, making for the happiest Halloween here to debut our basketball broadcast. Please join us then. Until then, I've been Owen O'Kelly, your color commentator. In me with the booth, our play-by-play expert, Mr. Lucas Gallen. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next time.